hello dears and welcome to the gorgeous, very warm and sunny Benidorm town in Costa Blanca in Spain. Right now we are on the Levante Beach, the most popular beach area for all national and international tourists. This is where the vast majority of businesses are located, the vast majority of hotels, also the busiest part of Benidorm for the summer season. It's evening time, the sun is setting down, so almost all the Levante Beach barely has any kind of sunshine. Slightly more of it though at the Rincon de Loige, but soon all this area will be covered in a shade from different buildings right next to it. Doesn't mean it's empty though. As you can see, there's quite a lot of people. There are some nice businesses here in the area too, some newly refurbished ones as well, and very useful both for tourists and locals. And today's mission will be explore these businesses, explore the services, the prices from the Levante Beach, which is where we're located right now, up until the top of it, passing through the quite important avenue, better to say, which connects the Girona Street, the street of Lepanto, Esperanto, and Mediterranean Avenue. Let's go and explore together. First of all, on our right side, as you could have seen, there is a pirate-inspired business. Quite busy. There's some loud music going on, by the way. That is called Jolly Roger. Obviously, it's mostly for drinks, some light snacks, refreshing drinks, etc. Supermarkets of a different kind, Supercor as well, which is a typical Spanish one. This is beach supermarket. It's more like a 24-hour one. It's slightly more expensive one due to its convenience. Sushi Leon. Oh, that's interesting. That's a new place. Sushi place. But somehow it's called as a North City of Spain. That's strange. El Galeon Steakhouse. This is not only a steakhouse, this is also a seafood place, fried fish, etc. So like a typical Spanish place. Hooligans. That's interesting. This one seems like Irish type of bar. Super Playa Souvenir Place, Marbella Gastro C, if you translate it directly. That's interesting. El Galeon, these are the tapas, $24.90 for a menu. I remember some people did let us know whenever $12.90, $14.90, that's more or less the same. But $24.90? Some people did mention these prices were quite expensive. These are actually the cheapest menus you can find. 12 something, 13, 14, 15 euros. Even 17 is still considered a good price here in Benidorm town. The usual menus that have more maybe gourmet foods or something with the seafood, etc., or 3 courses plus a dessert and more, these ones cost 20 and 20 something euros in a fancier restaurant. So 13, 14, it's not expensive at all. Leblon. This is interesting. Cocktail, smoothie, snacks. I feel like it's another new place. We don't go to these streets very often, but I must say that we almost always know what was here and what is not here any longer. But I do feel these ones are slightly newer places. Boss Hog, pulled pork. The Topo Gigio. It's been here for a while. It's not new at all. This is an interesting place. It's very popular as well. There's quite a lot of people always. They have like an open air in winter. They close it down with the glass, but now it's all open, the terrace. And it's nice if you want to have some Italian food. And it's great because children will always find something to eat. And as you can see, we were only a step away from the Mediterranean Avenue. Here, as usual, very, very busy. The street is very alive because there's a lot of businesses here. Mediterranean Avenue goes parallel to Levante Beach, which means that it's one of the main access points to all this area. And there's a lot of shops, there's a lot of businesses, bars, restaurants, cafeterias. There's pharmacies, there's taxi stops. Buses are running, almost all of them run or go past the Mediterranean Avenue. So a lot of people use it daily, both locals and tourists, I must say, which is why it's quite busy even right now in the evening when the sun is setting down. In winter, usually this is the busier part of Benidorm. Rincon de Loige is not as busy as it could be. Almost all evenings They're usually spent here in the city center and the old town because that's where the biggest movement is. All the rest parts of the city are usually way quieter in the winter time. However, last year we didn't even have a low season. It was busy almost whole year long. From here, don't think that by us moving away from the sea, from the main avenue, there's gonna be less businesses. That couldn't be less of a truth. Here there are many touristic apartments. A lot of these buildings do have holiday touristic rentals. Plus, there's a lot of businesses on these streets. As you can see, there's a lot of food. There's kebab and pizza, takeaway. I think they also do like roast chicken probably because I did see the symbol. They do French fries. They do probably chicken fingers or like nuggets. That's a typical thing on these fast takeaway places. They also do some salads here. Okay, some hamburgers and fries. If someone did try the food out here, let us know what you thought about it. Easy Life supermarket, that's new. I suppose either it closed down because there is a sign on sale or someone bought it but still didn't take the sign down. Not really sure, but it's closed. One thing is obvious. Seven Seas, the pubs here right next to the hotel, the Winners, sports and music. To be honest, never been there. Not our type of place to hang out. We don't drink almost at all, unless it's like a nice Spanish wine for special occasions. But other than that, we don't do it. And these places are more if you want to grab some nice alcohol drinks, watch some football match, football game, which we also don't usually do. Here is the beginning of the Girona Street, and just look at how full it is. Wow. This is where some nice restaurants are located, some steak houses, some typical Spanish ones with quite cheap menu, by the way, around 11-12 euros as well, with even a lobster rice. That is actually good. Los Alamos Hotel and Suites and their Portofino cafeteria on the bottom floor is almost fully busy. There were some nice restaurants here like Mexican, Tia Juana. There were typical Belgian style pastry place as well on the corner of the Girona Street right there. And there's so many different options here. It's actually very different from the other side of the Girona Street that is full of night entertainment. There are some hair salons here, massages, manicure, pedicure. These streets are hidden, so unless you stay somewhere here nearby, usually people don't tend to visit them as often. I love this place, just the design of this place. This is called Picasso After Work Place. Love the theme. Oh my goodness, that was fast. This is called Picasso After Work, and it's opening up always from 5:30 because that's when you're supposed to finish like your usual work hours. And it just has all these Picasso themed designs, the colors, the shapes as well. It's just great. It's very interesting. It's unique, which is why people would come here. If you offer a unique service and have a unique design that is attractive to people, this is when they will not mind go inside of these slightly smaller streets, outside of the crowds and visit your place. On the right side, we have one of the few already left Valor cafeterias. Valor is the famous chocolate that is made in Villajoyosa. This is where it originally started. And there is even a museum, which is where you go free of charge. You can book it in advance. But there is, you need to put your card. So if you won't come, they will charge you a fee that you didn't arrive. But if not, it's free of charge entry to a museum. To be honest, they show you like a small museum of how the chocolate was being produced, what they used to produce chocolate, how the family started, the old equipment. And then they show you just the teeniest, tiniest part of the factory, which is where they're already packing it in the boxes. So you don't see like the actual process of melting the chocolate, pouring it into the small forms. You won't see anything like that. I suppose it's to protect the way on how they're actually making it so that their competitors would not come and would not steal their ideas. Probably that's the reason why. That is also the reason why you cannot film inside. We did show you a complete video, by the way, of the chocolate museum in Villajoyosa. So if you've not seen it just yet, but you're planning on going, check it out, please, because there is a full video with the full information for you guys on how to book it, how to go there, what you will be able to see, and exclusive imaging. From here, we continue our way to the top. We continue our way, and there's some lovely places out here. This place is called XOXO. This is a gastro club. This is open midday and in the evening. In the evening, they have very nice shows. So it's an alternative for a different types of entertainment, They're dancing, they have show with fire. The food is incredible out here. It's on a fancier side, I must say. This is menu of the day. My hubby is right here nearby filming. Menu of the day, entrees, main course, plus dessert. 17 euros. That's not bad at all. Obviously, the best part of XOXO is that here you can spend a very, very nice evening before heading to the club area or somewhere to continue with the night. And it's great. It looks really, really busy on weekends, so bear that in mind whenever you decide to go. There are some fried things, different typical Spanish, like fried fish plates, or in general, typical Spanish food. Our seafood place, look at that. Special one, 37.40. Special on the grill. Special with lobster, 44.90. That's for 2 people, by the way. 44.90, huge plate of seafood plus lobster. I don't think that's a bad price at all. La Cartuja is very famous for Spanish meals, extremely famous. So if you want some seafood, proper seafood, this might be the place where you could go. There are some others in the city center. There's different types of restaurants, but this is authentic. They do not try and put all the fanciest tables and decorations. They stay as they were. And this sometimes makes a big difference because they don't care about the appearance as much. A lot of typical Spanish restaurants do that. They might not seem so lovely, so cute, so aesthetic on the outside or on the inside even, but the food will taste incredible. So bear that in mind next time you choose a place where to have some meals in Benidorm town. If you see it's busy, if you see there's a lot of Spanish there and it's a Spanish food place, you might be sure that it's a good place to go. Casa Tiburcio is on sale, sadly must not be doing well, or maybe the person is retiring and just wants to recover some of the investment they previously did. There's some supermarkets out here that sell the usual water, gas, we mean the gas, the typical gas that you use for heating. There are some halal chicken, okay. Halal chicken here, raised like roasted chicken too. Let's see, chicken, 10 euros. Roast potato, 1 euros. If that's just one roasted potato, 1 euro, or it's like a few of them for 1 euro. Not quite sure. It's not too clear either, I must say. But roast chicken for 10 euros. No, that's an average price, I must say. That's not the cheapest one, but not the most expensive either. Some of the places here are sadly closed too. Not too busy in this particular area, which unless you're a local and you love these places, people are not really going to. This is a bakery, a very expensive bakery's cakes. They're just a typical birthday cake, 50, 60 euros if it's a themed one. Quite expensive, I must say. There are some lovely cakes there for tasting with some tea, coffee. That's obviously true. But it's not always busy because the prices there usually were way above the average ones. We are already at the end of the street. We crossed the whole avenue. You have the name here on the screen, by the way. Towards our left, we have the Hospital Clinic Benidorm. Up and to the left and up, we have a tram station. And here towards the right, we have the Avenue of Europe, plus the famous nightclub alley, which soon will turn into a brand new residential area that a lot of people start to be interested about in terms of investing, because this will be brand new, great quality, lovely views, and great services nearby. Thank you for accompanying us in today's informative but short video from Benidorm town in Spain. The sun is setting down. A lot of people are heading outside to enjoy once the heat gets down a tiny bit. We will see you already in a new video here on the channel tomorrow, which is where we'll show you the night of San Juan, the most important summer festivity here next to Benidorm.